Okay, we are ready to get going right away, which is good, so if the board members are ready. Okay, good evening. It's 6:55 PM on Monday, January 26th. I'd like to call to order the Village of Brookfield Committee of the Whole meeting. Mike, can we have a roll call for the committee meeting, please?
Trustee Ketchmark.
Here.
Trustee Whitehead.
Here.
Trustee Hendricks.
Here.
Trustee Naramatsu.
Here.
Trustee Gilhooley.
Here.
Trustee Kaluzny.
Here.
President Garvey.
Here. Thank you, Mike. We have two items under regular business. The first is a Planning and Zoning Commission 2025 year in review, or State of the Planning and Zoning Commission Union Address, or whatever we want to call it. We're fortunate enough to have the Commissioner, Charles Grund, here to make that. We appreciate you coming out tonight. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good to see y'all again. If you don't know me, anything else about me, you know I'm efficient. So I'm not going to go over every single case. I'm just going to give a general review, and if there's any questions, I'll be happy to try and answer them. This is a first for this commission, as long as I've been around, so I'm honored to be here. The highlights of the 19 cases include, and they'll be up here on the screens as we go through. There were 5 approved garage variations, which typically included size and setback variations. Very typical for our committee. Secondly, there were 2 sign variations. Interesting that Bill's Place Express was approved in 1 meeting, as all the images were clear, concise, and the presentation was spot on. Castle Motors, however, required 3 meetings. They were not as prepared. Ultimately, we got through it, and it was finally approved, and I would say somewhat reluctantly by our board, and I suspect reluctantly by you, but we moved forward. Other variations including through 3 parking variations, which not necessarily limited to, most were for a reduction in the number of required spaces that the village code required. 5 special uses were included. Lux Home, the massage, added a massage room to their, what I understand is a booming environment there, and the Cutest Dog on 47th, both which were approved. The new cannabis dispensary and revocation of the special use for the cannabis dispensary at Ogden and Prairie are pending. And this is, again, 2025 recap. The coffee roasting facility was withdrawn. I will say not the best experience for our committee. 3 text amendments included exterior material tweaks to the code, required electrical vehicle charging stations for certain environments, which is also a state requirement, and an initial review of the zoning code comprehensive amendment. Finally, initial approval for the preliminary plan development at 8921-8947 Fairview was granted for 29 dwelling units and 15 interior parking spaces with conditions. That's all I have. Questions?
Thank you very much for all the work this year, and we appreciate your commission and your flexibility. I know there have been some rescheduled meetings to accommodate some things, and we know you're all very busy people, so we do appreciate that. And I know you've had some long nights, so on behalf of myself and the board, thank you. I do believe we're going to keep you busy next year.
It's great.
I think you're aware there's some things coming up, and your help reviewing the zoning amendments and things is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to your input on that. So, Trustee Hendricks, is there anything you wanted to add, or?
I do. I just wanted to say that you may or may not know that pretty much everybody on that commission is a professional in an adjacent or related field. They have been doing this for some of them decades and put countless hours into this work. And they're all volunteers. They do it because they're committed to our community, and I can't thank you enough.
I appreciate that, Jennifer. I will say that I have a great committee. I'm proud to be the chair. I feel like I'm a member with the rest of them. I really don't take the lead except to lead the meetings, and we really all enjoy it. And so I appreciate the commentary, and we'll be around. So looking forward to 2026.
Thanks. Any other questions or comments from any board members?
Thank you, Chuck. Just
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Pass on our thanks to the members, please.
Even the ones in the room.
Even the ones in the room. Okay, the next item we have for discussion is a discussion on a Brookfield Zoo partnership. I'm going to turn it over to Libby. We had a very detailed memo from Deanne on this, but Libby's going to make a presentation to the board about this exciting possible partnership with Brookfield Zoo.
So I'll keep it short. We have been collaborating with the zoo on ways that we can cross-promote the village and the zoo and have different events and use some of their facilities. So the zoo has tailored a specific partnership package for us. The value of it is about $7,500. The partnership package, the payment amount is $5,000. And this includes complimentary room reservation for 2 community events. Right now, we have, in the primate room, we have on February 6th, we have the graduation for the 2025 cohorts, and then we're gonna have the State of the Village in the Discovery Center, which is their biggest facility. So they're helping us with that. They do provide on-site table activation for one of the Saturdays for either businesses or it would be the village representatives. They're providing 50 general admission tickets and 25 parking passes that we can use over a 12-month period for either promotions or cross-marketing. And then there's other opportunities that we can explore with them that we've talked to Jen Bader at the zoo regarding how do we cross-promote and have some brochures there, try to drive some traffic to some of the local stores and restaurants in the downtown. So with that, this is the value breakdown. It's $4,000 for each room rental, so that's what they're waiving for us as part of this package. The general admission fee, 25 parking passes, for a total of the $7,500 on-site activation. And the purpose is that we're trying to support business engagement, recognizing different businesses and cross-promoting and using the zoo in a different capacity where we can use some of their facilities to bring more people there versus just having things right here at Village Hall. We're leveraging the existing regional asset that we have there so we can cross-promote and have some high-quality events. The first one will be the graduation for the shops, which will be in February, and then the bigger one will be the State of the Village to really showcase what the village has done, is doing, and will be doing. And with that, I'll turn it over for any questions.
Board members have any questions or comments?
Are there any limits on the number of people for those events, for those spaces?
For the primate room, we can have up to 100. We're anticipating about 60 for that graduation. And then for the State of the Village, I believe it's up to almost 200. We're hoping to get 100 for at least this year. If we can get over 100, that'd be great. So invite everyone.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I think this is wonderful to see. We've been talking about this type of relationship and just taking it in a different direction for a long time. So it's good to see it come to fruition.
I'm curious if the EDC had any feedback or if we've heard from any individual businesses, if they have ideas about how we could leverage this partnership to help them. I know we've tried kind of various initiatives over the years in terms of promoting the downtown to visitors at the zoo.
Right.
But I don't know if that's business owners being present at the zoo, interacting directly with customers. But I'd be curious with how some of our businesses feel like they can be directly involved.
Sure. The
in this.
EDC did have a lot of suggestions with that, and then we've also reached out to the chamber as well. So it's an ongoing discussion with that. There's been everything from, do we have additional tables out there, to have brochures out there, to have a map, like an interactive map, or maybe even a trolley with that. So the EDC did recommend it just as a starting point so we can have events there because the capacity is higher and there's a bigger draw when we can have an event at the zoo. And then for the zoo, they've been really wonderful and collaborative with us because for them, it draws in other people that might not be going to the zoo regularly. So we're still exploring different ideas. If anyone has any additional specific ideas, the businesses just want to have more visibility to be able to capture some of that zoo traffic.
One of the things that we talked about at EDC, in addition to what Libby just said, is in addition to us having events there, we could participate, they have a booth, the tables and so forth, we could have a village rep at their events, marketing and promoting village, reaching out
Events.
and getting into their magazine.
Oh, that's right, the magazine as well.
Giving us exposure to markets and channels that we've never used before, so.
Right.
I could see that being.
Jen
a
Bader
value.
was great.
I could see that being a value for Parks and Rec as well and all of our programming and.
Right,
true.
for the village as a
exposures
whole.
To families there as well.
So it's listed in Deanne's memo, organization name, placement, and member and non-member digital newsletter. That is part of the package.
That is part of it.
And is there some limitation? I mean, is it, in terms of, I don't know how often those newsletters come out. Are we just kind of listed as a regular partner, or?
I believe we're listed as a regular partner, but I'll double check on that. I don't
Okay.
think there's a limitation on it from my discussions with them.
And about the one event on-site table activation on a Saturday or Sunday in spring, what does that look like? I mean, that's,
They have different vendors, so that's kind of what we talked about, that Trustee Whitehead was asking. We could have businesses, we could select which businesses we want to go there that would be able to have their products and their information, or it would be the village itself, either through parks or through economic development, public works. We would have our own booth there. So we're exploring what's the best bang for the buck.
because we
for
get
that.
one with this package that we have, right?
Correct.
And spring, and so it's coming, I mean, so I mean, I'll defer to staff on that, but I think it would, maybe a village economic.
Have the village do it?
I'll leave that up to you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just trying to pick a business or someone, and maybe just with the getting started,
Right,
I trust you guys
right.
will
We
come up
would
with
be able to
something.
be there.
yes.
Mhm.
Trustee Gilhooley, did you have something to
And
say?
that's just one that's included, so if any other businesses wanted to go, they could
They can.
arrange that through the zoo as well, right?
Yes.
So, but, yeah. Okay.
Is this part of a larger effort that do they have partnerships with other communities, surrounding communities?
They have sponsorships and partnerships with other communities and other businesses as well. They've tailored this one because their other sponsorships and partnerships were a little outside of, what we could afford. So they really tailored this to kind of work both ways, where we can use their facility and get some benefit for the businesses and the traffic within a very reasonable budget.
Okay. Thanks.
Other questions, comments from the board? Is there any board action here other than just a consensus that we support that? I mean, I think you're seeing a clear consensus
Just a
that the board
consensus.
supports this and appreciates the initiative on it. And, again, as Trustee Gilhooley noted, this is something we've always been working to increase the partnership and visibility, so I think it's a great step in that direction, so. Thank you to everyone that was involved in making it happen, so. All right, thank you, Libby, and thanks to Deanne for the work on this. All right, that ends the items we have for discussion. Once again, I'll open up to public comment. Anybody on this side have any public comment? Hearing none. Anybody on this side, any public comment?
President
Okay,
Garvey?
yes.
I have one, if that's okay.
Sure.
I just forgot to mention,
You-
former trustee Cote asked me to announce something for veterans assistance.
Absolutely.
So this is from the, I'm not exactly sure this is from a veterans group. It's the Veterans Assistance Commission of Cook County regarding their new military sexual trauma benefit brief and claims clinic. The first session will be February 3rd, 2026. Support will be available virtually or in person. This is designed to provide veterans with trauma-informed education, confidential support, and direct assistance with VA benefits and claims. The clinic offers a safe, veteran-centered, and judgment-free space for veterans impacted by military sexual trauma. Veterans do not need to have previously reported in service to attend or receive assistance. This will be in Chicago, 69 West Washington Street, Suite 1420, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on February 3rd. This is also held the first Tuesday of every month. And again, can be in person or virtually through Microsoft Teams. You can, I know it's a lot of information, I can give it to staff to
Please.
post if that would be probably best, because there's quite a bit of information in here, but this is through Cook County. So this is through their communications outreach. So I'll make sure I get that too.
Yeah, thank you thank you to former trustee Cote. He's always been, looking out for veterans. So we could share that, and if there's some way Bob could post that or share that to get the word out to assist Cook County in that would be great. So thank you, Trustee Gilhooley. Okay, I didn't see any other public comment. There's no need to go into executive session. So at 7:09 p.m., I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the committee of the whole meeting.
So moved.
Second.
The motion to adjourn was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee Hendricks. Roll call, please.
Trustee Kutchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Whitehead?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Naramatsu?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhooley?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, we're adjourned at 7:10 p.m. This is to make up for 2 weeks ago when we were here till 11:40, so thank you, everybody.